Good morning everyone, Aja here from Garden Days. Today we're going to be planting out all these plants. We need to go ahead and get them in the ground. Got them yesterday, and some over here we actually got a couple days ago, so that's what we're going to work on today. Just want to go over the plants really quickly. Starting from this side over here, we have the Austrian pine, and then up top on the table is the rhododendron. There's an ice plant next to it, and then there's the red tip photinia. In the front here we have a blue point juniper. Then next to it is a honeysuckle. Then we have a eldorika pine. There's a maple, a spreading yew, and then this one is a juniper. What is it? Blue star? Yeah, blue star. Right now Jeff and I are gonna go ahead and place the plants. I have to decide where they're gonna go. I think I'm gonna work on one specific garden bed. Other than this garden bed, this is my least planted garden bed, but I don't have drip running to it yet. And I do this one. This is another one where not too many plants are in, and I had some trees that died, so I need to go ahead and replace those. So I think I'll work on this garden bed here. This is another project I have to do, is run this piping underneath these pathways, because I have a dry riverbed here, but it's not always dry. Ugh, you have these little tiny black bugs that just fly everywhere in the morning. Oh my God, I have an infestation. Between 8 and I'd say about 10 o'clock, or maybe even 11, there's a swarm of black little bugs. I think it's mating season for them because they're just swarming. And it's been happening every morning. I'm not sure if you can see them. Yeah, they're just these strange little black bugs. They were kind of remind me of the flying ants, but they're not. Ooh. Oh, there goes a... Get them! There went a hummingbird. I'm surprised that it doesn't eat those bugs. Yeah, they're swarming here. Jeff seems to think it might have something to do with the humidity and the plants that I planted. They're all over this lilac right here. And also the driftwood fencing. RV home base is being infested. Silly little black bugs. I think there would be a lot of birds. It's like a buffet, smorgasbord. Come on, birds. I just saw one fly through. Moo, are you gonna start dining on black bugs? No tail wag this time. Oh my God, right here in the vegetable garden, there's a whole swarm. Oh wow. Look, I don't know where they're coming from. Oh, I can actually hear them buzzing here. There's so many of them. It's like a swarm of bees. Yeah, it's just certain areas. They're covering this fence here. Oh, look at all of them. I don't know if y'all can hear them. Oh, wow. In here. Oh, they're so thick right here. Can y'all see that? Maybe here against the white background. That's just weird. They're really heavy through here. Wonder why. Oh, get off me, get off me. Momo, what are you doing? They're swarming around you. I did just water a couple days ago, so I bet Jeff is right. Maybe it has something to do with the humidity. I think Jimmy said I have my own little ecosystem over here of black bugs. That's weird. They're really thick in the vegetable garden. I mean, that's the most concentrated, is in that area. Yeah, that's ridiculous. Look at all of them. Not sure if it's showing up or not. Wow. Okay, so I'm thinking that it has something to do with gardening since no one else is having this issue. I mean, they do have a few, but it's nothing like this, no swarms. They're all swarming over here, so it's either by me watering, it's causing more humidity and they like that situation better, or it's the cow manure or steer manure, or it's something I'm doing in gardening. Maybe it's just the plants. Yeah, Jeff doesn't have any in his area. Jimmy said he didn't have any in his area. I walk right over here and there's none in this area. It just starts at that juniper there and all of center court and then the vegetable garden. Yeah, for some reason they're just attracted to that area. But I'm out here at the drive. There are a few of them flying around, but nothing like there. But you know what? It could be worse. They could be biting bugs, which they're not. Just little horny bugs, mating season. Okay, excuse me. Get off me. It is about 2 o'clock now, and there are absolutely no signs of the bugs. None. I don't see them anywhere. During the monsoon, this is not a dry riverbed, only most of the season. Before we get them planted, I should go ahead and water them first. We can start bringing the plants over. I got them watered in. A lot of rocks. The one Jeff is doing now, that can get 20 to 40 feet wide, so pretty big, and 50 to 60 feet tall. So we're trying to go towards the edge of the garden bed. Then I'm gonna place this maple, I think on the other side of the lilac. I think it'll look good there. I want some things that are evergreen, because this is deciduous, and also the lilac does lose its leaves. I think this will be good right here. And we already have, so this should be easy to dig, this one here, because there was already something there. Okay, this one doesn't get as big. It's only 25 to 30 wide and about 30 to 40 tall. I don't think that one will fit there. I could probably go here. Yeah, because there was a plant here. That's plenty of space right there. And then just plant, I don't know, a small bush there to replace that. Yeah, I like it. It's always hard deciding where to put the plants, but I'm gonna go ahead and get the rest of the plants over here and then help him dig the holes. Since we were done with the other garden bed, I decided to transplant this nectarine tree over here into the garden. It's always been planted behind me next to that juniper in the distance, and it's always seemed to struggle because it's never been hooked to the drip system. But now that it's in this spot and connected to drip, I think it will probably do a lot better. Just gotta water it in. And speaking of drip systems, that's something I still need to get hooked back up. Now that I've got all that done, I'm going to go ahead and give it a bit of a pruning. There are a lot of dead spots in it. Like I said, it has struggled. So I want to get all the dead branches and leaves off of it and give it a good start here in its new spot. Since I decided to do some rearranging, I thought that I would move the fruit trees that are in Jeff's area. Now, I'm not going to move the sand cherries because they're doing amazing over there, but the fruit trees are really struggling because they have no protection. So I thought this spot would give them more protection and that they would do better. Also, they'll be hooked to drip over here. Jeff does have a rain barrel and some drip system in his garden. We've decided that we're going to go ahead and put some evergreens over there that they would fare better, are going to be more drought tolerant, and I think that'll do better in his garden. It's been about a week since I planted most of the plants, but a few were just a day or two ago, so they're still settling in, but I want to go ahead and show you how the other ones are doing. Moo, you look like you're settling in pretty well. Now, these plants were in a different video, and these are actually native plants, but I probably should have soaked the roots for a couple hours before potting them in. I did not do that, and I think they went into shock, and they're starting to dry and lose their leaves. But I don't know, I'll give it I'll give it a week more, and if it doesn't start to show a new flush of leaves, then I'll probably replace it. The hens and chicks are starting to spread out and get comfortable in their spot. I planted these pots out a couple videos ago. The only thing with evergreens is they take a while to spread and get established. So this is pretty much looking the same, but they look like they're comfy. And this holly here actually has new growth. Yeah, there's several new growth leaves here at the top and the tips. I mentioned this plant in the past before, and about a week ago, it was a little baby thing. Now look how big it's gotten. And I said it will fill up this whole area here and then get purple flowers on it. So yeah, I'm excited about that. And the leaves have turned green. They start out a burgundy color. This juniper is doing great and seems to like the spot, as well as this fruit tree that I moved from Jeff's. Now, this was already having some leaf burn from the wind, and it was just drying out. That's why I wanted to put it over here to give it a better protected spot. But I think it's going to like it. These archways were separate, and I joined them last year just to make more of a tunnel. But I need to take off one of these emblems here and just choose one and put it in the center. I think it'll look better because right now it's kind of mismatched, but I do have the pair on the opposite side. The Rose of Sharon is starting to leaf out. I see little green dots here. Next to that, I planted this new honeysuckle, and I'm hoping that this will completely cover this archway over here. And I do have another plant that I planted last year that's coming up. This is the kiwi vine, and I want this to cover this side of this arch. We'll start over here with the Austrian pine. It looks like it likes its spot here. Although the needles are a bit on the light side, I'll keep an eye on that. And if things don't change, then I'll add a soil acidifier, because I know some pines do like more acidic soils. We got the red tip photinia there, and it was kind of droopy at first, but now that it's been in its spot for about a week, it looks like it's happier. The rhododendron is doing well. It seems like it has a little bit of new growth coming in, and it's starting to spread out because it was kind of compact before I planted it. Now that it's had a chance to spread its roots, I think it's relaxing its limbs. The maple, I think, will take a bit longer. It was kind of warm today, so the leaves look a bit droopy, and I haven't watered in the plants today. I'm going to do that later. It's always something I like to do once it cools down. That reminds me I need to get the drip system up and running. The other photinia is doing well. This pine tree here, I had to actually stake because it was bent over from the wind. So I put a stake on it. Now it looks like it's starting to straighten out. Yeah, even the new growth started to curve upwards because it was bent over. And the spreading yew looks awesome. I'm really excited for this area. I know it doesn't look full now, but once things fill in and get more established, it will look better. There's no change in the nectarine. It looks the same as when I pruned it. I'm trying to keep these new plants watered every day for at least 2 weeks. So that way it'll help them get established and create some new roots. Oh, I'm excited. Look, this is my thornless blackberry, and it's starting to leaf out. How awesome. I've got 4 of the thornless blackberries here. And speaking of perennial edibles, that's what I'm hoping to plant out in the next video. Because yes, I did go plant shopping. Now, not all of these are edibles. There are some evergreens in here and also a birch tree that I'm going to add in. But in the next video, like I mentioned, I'm going to plant in these edibles. I've got some grapes because the grapes that I had bought right here were mislabeled on the actual pots. It said it was good down to -20. But when I looked on the back of these, it had a different information. It says 0 to 10, which is right there. We get a little bit below 0. We're 6B, so these did not survive. Yeah. So I'm going to dig these up and replace them with the other grapes, which are good down to -20. But I'll go over that more in the next video. I also have 4 6-packs of strawberries I want to add in, and some very mature Boyne raspberries. These are hardy to -40. So those will do well in the garden. Actually, that won't be the next video. We are gonna go to Prescott Valley to go plant shopping and also look at statuary. So I'll probably do that video first, and then we'll get to planting out the veggie garden with perennial crops and getting the drip system back on. The veggie garden and the drip system are two things I'm really excited about getting to. My newer plants, I'm creating kind of a well, but I didn't do that with some of my old plants, so I'm going back in and creating a well because I'm finding that once I water it, I dig into the soil and the water's running off somewhere. It's not actually staying around the plant. It's just seeping off. So I created a well around each plant, and this should help it soak into the roots, which it has been. Our desert barberries are really starting to fill out. And I was thinking to cut back all the scraggly at the top, but it's starting to leaf out as well, so I might leave it. Although I do kind of like these more of a mid-size shrub. I don't know if I want it to get that tall, because they're kind of starting to reach up there. This is a cherry tree that was over at Jeff's area, and I think I saved it just in time. It's starting to bud out again, and it's bendable, so it's not dead. So I moved 2 of the trees that were over here that were still alive. I'm thinking that this cherry tree is goner. Yeah, I don't know. I'll keep an eye on it. I probably can move it into a pot and keep it watered better. But yeah, I don't know if that one's gonna come back. This one here, I'm not sure. It still looks pliable. I think, no, that's pretty dead right there. But I don't know how the main, see, that's still good. And there's signs of life below, but these are coming from the rootstock. So I don't want that because it's been grafted here with cherry, but we'll see. I'll trim it back and then probably replant it somewhere else, and we'll replace this with an evergreen or something that's more drought tolerant like a honey locust. Hey Kellogg. Like I said, I'm not moving the sand cherries because they're doing an awesome job. And once they get established, they are pretty drought tolerant. Right, Kellogg? Yes. I've been wanting some garden statuary for a while now. I'm pretty excited to go to Chino Valley and the Prescott Valley area. I'm hoping it's not too expensive, but I might be disappointed. Statuary is just usually kind of expensive, and especially with all that's going on, things have risen in price. Right, y'all? Things have just gotten so expensive. Anyways, I'm not getting my hopes up too high, but I still want to go down there and take a look around. I've never actually plant shopped or shopped for statues in that area, so it'll be interesting to see what they have. And then the video after that, I'll be focusing on the edible crops that I've added in and also put in the vegetable garden. Those evergreens and other plants that I showed you earlier are basically for the deck and sitting area. I want to get my hands on this because there's pots that I have to paint and replant and just fix this spot up. Before I let y'all go, I want to show you something. There are these teeny tiny little birds. I'm not sure if they're finches or I don't know what kind of birds they are. Maybe one of y'all do. But one of them has created a nest in a skull that I have, like this one, on my fence. I don't think there's one in here. I haven't seen any birds. But right at the top there. Anyways, let me show you the clips from earlier today. We kept on seeing a bird come in and out of this skull that's right here on this fence. And now that it's gone, we took a closer look. And there are baby birds in there. Every once in a while you can hear them. It's just in the back of the skull there's a hole. It's definitely an odd place to have a bird's nest. I put bird houses out, but none of those have been used. Mama bird is back. She's a little camera shy. She has a little treat for the little babies. Oh, there's another one. Oh, they're both. Oh, there's a mama and a papa. Oh, that must have been papa. This is mother because she's not as scared. She just hops right on in. Such a pretty sound. There she goes.
She keeps scaring things out.
Yeah. Did she feed him?
Yeah.
Look at the lizards playing around. I think they're being territorial. Oh my god, wasn't that so cute? It was too cute, Momo. It was too cute. You look comfy. I hope you enjoyed this video and thank you for hanging out with me, and hopefully we'll see you next time here on Garden Days. Don't forget, if you want to check out more videos, they'll be right over here. Or if you want to subscribe, it'll be right over there. Thanks again, y'all. Bye for now. Mwah.